Alright, so I'm going to be doing a review on the buildable Droideka. It released in 2024 for a retail price of $65, and it has set number 75381, 583 pieces, an age rating of 18 plus, and one minifigure. It's not really your traditional minifigure, it's just a minifigure scale Droideka. In the back of the box does look pretty good. It just shows the whole feature where the whole thing can roll up, some dimensions, and some images from the Phantom Menace. And this whole set is actually a celebration for 25 years of the Phantom Menace. You open the box, you will find 6 numbered bags, a display plaque, which actually wasn't in any sort of bag, and a relatively small sticker sheet. And there is, of course, the instruction manual, which looks pretty good actually. I'm glad that they didn't use the ugly render. And on the first 2 pages, it does actually have some very nice information on the Droideka. So, while the build in the set is great, the Droideka included is not. Yeah, so for some reason, LEGO just cannot seem to make a good-looking Droideka figure. And this has to be one of their worst attempts, if not the worst. If you just look at this figure, he looks pretty bad. First off, the legs are pretty oversized, and they just don't look that good. The shaping is not accurate at all. Also, I feel like the arms are really oversized, and they just extend out way too much. And the antenna eyes just don't really look that good on the majority of Droideka figures in general. And I mean, this whole back part also doesn't look very good. I mean, if you just look at this figure, it does not look good at all. But I mean, you're not buying this set for this figure. Included in the set is this very nice display plaque. And it does look pretty good. First off, there is this whole little info card, and it looks pretty good actually. They do have a little blue render of the actual build, which looks very nice. And it just has some information like the manufacturer, affiliation, weapons, just basic stuff like that. And I am very happy that this piece is a print. I think that's very nice. And there is also this 25 years of LEGO Star Wars brick included. And while it doesn't look bad, I feel like instead of a 25 years of LEGO Star Wars, it should have been a 25 years of the Phantom Menace brick. I don't understand why they didn't just print this exact logo on the box onto this brick. That would have just looked so much better and made way more sense. And right here is where you put the Droideka. And while the stand looks good, the Droideka, like I said, does not, so we can just get rid of him. Overall, the build is great. First off, the whole shaping on the legs were actually done pretty good. I think that they actually look very nice, and there are, of course, 3 of them, and they all are at different angles, and it looks pretty good. And the whole base that they're actually attached to looks very nice. I really love the angles they were able to actually accomplish. And the spine of it does look decent. And there are 2 of these little things on each side. And they do use 2 stickers, actually no, 3 stickers each. So I do kind of wish that a couple of those were prints. And plus, sometimes they can easily get moved out of the way. So that is pretty annoying. And the whole back plating of the Droideka looks very nice. They do use some stickers, and some people might not be very happy about that. And I can understand that. But the actual shaping of the back plates, like I said, look very nice. I feel like they were able to accomplish the more round shape pretty well, actually. So props on the designer. But for some people at least, this whole Technic area might not look very good. And it doesn't look exactly the best, but it doesn't look that bad either. And the whole head area does look amazing. The eyes actually look very good. I really love the red popping out. And this bottom one is actually connected to more of a little bar. The way they were actually able to do that is because they used the lipstick piece. And because it is dual molded, and it actually has a little red bottom. So they just used that. So that was a very good design on their part. And also, this whole front chest area also looks pretty good. I do like those little teeth pieces. I thought those don't look too bad. And there are, of course, the main cannons, which they were done very well. Their actual shaping and overall look are very well done, and they are actually connected by obviously the little hinge pieces, and also for some detailing, some wires. And the wiring is actually the black whip pieces, and they actually look pretty good. They could be a bit annoying to try to make look good, but I mean, I feel like that was done pretty well. And there are also two wires right there connecting to the actual chest. And something very cool about the droid's blasters is that they can actually move back and forth because, I mean, it looks pretty good actually, and that is actually accurate to the movies. So I really love how they were able to add that feature, and also this whole little piece looks pretty good. I mean, the main build looks excellent. I don't really have any real complaints about it. And probably one of the coolest features about this is that the whole thing can actually roll up into a ball. And they do actually show you how to do it in the instructions. And I can show you how it's done right here. First off, what you do is you take off all three of the legs. And you can just set those aside for now. And right here on the arms, you kind of push these little things forward and you just pull the arms up. Just like this. Then this whole spine area, you pull back once and push it forward right there twice. Then you just angle this whole head area down, kind of like this. Then you just reattach the three other legs, just like this. And it actually doesn't look too bad when it's all rolled up. It definitely looks better when it's normal, but I feel like they obviously had to include this. And if you're curious, the whole thing technically can roll, but it's not really meant to. And plus, it doesn't really work that well. I mean, I guess if you're lucky, you could get it to roll a bit, but I would suggest for you to not attempt to roll it at all. Mainly because this whole top backplate can get pretty bent out of shape, and plus, you don't really want to break this thing. Overall, this is a great set. This has to be one of the best buildable characters that we have gotten. Mainly because it's a droid, so that really helps. And plus, the droiding universe is way more angular, so it was way easier for LEGO to actually make a good looking one. Plus, I mean, it looks great. The price is not too bad. I feel like $65 is a pretty good value. And I have like zero complaints about the actual build. The only complaint I have about the whole set really is just the actual Droideka included. Looks pretty bad, but otherwise the build is excellent. So I'll give this set about a 9 out of 10.